What's up, guys? My name is Mitchell Watson. Welcome to Town & Country TV. And today we're going to be talking about the all-new 2022 Ford F-150 Lightning. And in specific, we're going to be talking about everything that we know so far as speccing out this vehicle, whether you're going for the XLT, the Lariat, the Platinum, or even the commercial series of this truck. We're going to go over everything that we know so far. But before we get started in the video, I do want to let you know that we are a dealership located in Bessemer, and we also have another location in Pell City, Alabama. So if you're wanting a trusted dealership, number one. Number two, someone that you know is not going to charge you a dealer markup on their Ford F-150 Lightning, we are honoring MSRP pricing on every last Ford F-150 Lightning. So hit up those links down below to make your reservation with our dealership specifically. We greatly appreciate that. Now, let's go ahead and jump into the video specifically. First up, let's talk about timing. And this vehicle is going to be available in the spring of 2022. Now, an interesting fact is that the Mach-E, 68% of the people that bought a Mustang Mach-E are brand new to the Ford business. And the reason I bring that up is because this is going to be a critical vehicle for Ford Motor Company, but also for electrification in general. The way I like to look at it is the Ford F-150 is the Apple of trucks, meaning that sometimes you have a specific technology that someone might come out with and it's a fantastic technology, but it's not really widely adopted until Apple gets a hold of it and they implement it into their phones. Well, F-150 I feel like is going to be a very similar situation where since they are the 800-pound gorilla, they're the #1 selling truck for 44 years in a row, that once they come out with an electrified version, that everybody will realize, okay, maybe this isn't just a fad and electrification is actually here to stay. Because I'll tell you, Mustang Mach-E is a very convenient vehicle to drive, and I can imagine what this F-150 is going to be about. But once again, I don't want to get into the details on everything we know about the F-150 Lightning. We really want to focus in on what options and features are available on each and every different trim level. So let's get back to the topic at hand. I do want to talk about that every one of these vehicles are going to be featuring over-the-air updates. So as the vehicle progresses and as Ford comes out with new technology and new software, they'll be able to push that straight down to the vehicle using those over-the-air updates. It's a playbook straight out of Tesla and a couple of other manufacturers, but I'm glad to see it here just like it is in the Mustang Mach-E, and also it's already on the 2021 Ford F-150. So it's interesting to see that this has made it this way as well. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about is the bed of the vehicle. Now, the nice part is the bed of the vehicle is intentionally left alone, meaning that the dimensions and everything like that of the bed of the vehicle is designed to match what it is on the normal gas counterpart. Ford didn't want to penalize someone just for going electrified by making them buy a different type of a bed cover. They didn't want to, toolbox may or may not fit. They intentionally kept it there so that way I think they said 95% all of the accessories for the bed of the vehicle can be reutilized on this particular version. Now, I want to talk about what Ford is really pumped up about, and I cannot believe I'm about to say this because I always said I'm never going to say the word frunk, but Ford has got what they're calling their Mega Power Frunk, meaning that it's a mega-sized...
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Siri's listening to me as we talked about Apple. Anyways, the Mega Power Frunk, the Mega stands for the size of it. In fact, it's 400 liters big, and it can withstand up to 400 pounds of payload up in that front trunk, the frunk. Now, the reason they call it a power is because it is power. You hit a button, and it automatically opens up. Talk about a cool party trick. But the best thing is you've got outlets in the front as well as outlets in the back. In fact, there's 11 outlets all the way through this F-150. As I continue to try and fly through some of the standard features that are going to be available on all of these vehicles, I do want to let you know we've got the timestamps listed down below. So if you're interested in a specific topic, you can simply slide down there, select the topic you're interested in or the trim level that you're interested in, and it'll take you straight to that in this video. And it also took a lot of time to prep this video. So if you got any kind of help or benefit out of this video, by smashing that thumbs up button, it really does go a long way in helping the YouTube algorithm promote this content to other people. So if you do like this, please smash that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate that. All right, let's talk about the enhanced zone lighting. So zone lighting is a feature that's in the F-150. It's also in the new Bronco. And for the 2022 F-150 Lightning, it's enhanced. Basically what it boils down to is they've got a brand new running board that's designed to be aerodynamic, and inside of it, it's got extra lights inside the running board that shine back and basically lights up a dead spot or a dim spot of that zone lighting. So it's nice to see that Ford is not just resting on their laurels, they're actually continuing to evolve and improve. And now let's talk about the federal tax incentives. So this vehicle does qualify for up to a $7,500 federal tax credit, assuming you buy the vehicle before Ford runs out of those tax credits, because each manufacturer only gets a certain number of them, and between the Mustang Mach-E and the reservations and the orders that are going to be happening with this, the sooner you get on that train, the better off you are, because the state incentives usually are not nearly as much as the federal. But please see your accountant for details. Now, the other big thing that Ford is talking about on this Lightning is going to be the maintenance schedule. So since there's 40% less moving parts on this vehicle, they're saying there's going to be 40% less of maintenance. And the idea there is when you compare that to a 2.7 liter F-150, over the course of 8 years or 100,000 miles, it's going to be 40% less to maintain that particular vehicle. That is the study that Ford is giving us. And I believe it. You don't have oil changes, you don't have spark plugs, you don't have a lot of things that you would need with an internal combustion engine. So it's nice to see that, that you really are just going to have to worry about tire rotations and just some really, really light stuff. And that brings me to my next topic, is the number of dealers that Ford has across the United States. This thing is going to be much easier to work with a Ford dealership if you have issues after the fact, compared to somebody like Tesla, who doesn't have a dealer body. They are basically selling and servicing out of service stations. The only reason I say that is because my next door neighbor across the street has got a Tesla, and the other day I came home and he had a wrecker to come pick up the Tesla to do something minor to the vehicle, and they had to ship it from Birmingham, Alabama, all the way to Atlanta to get some work done on it. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense in a lot of situations, but it's good that you have the support of the Ford dealer network to help you there. As much as everybody likes to say they hate dealerships, sometimes they do come in handy. All right, so anyways, let's talk about the light bar. So this particular light bar on the Ford F-150 Lightning is kind of the signature look of the front of the vehicle. And as you can see, all of our Ford F-150 Lightnings come with LED lights standard in the headlights. And the cool part is, if you get an XLT, Lariat, or Platinum, that light bar that goes across that fake grille is going to be standard equipment across the board. So pretty cool stuff there. Now the commercial version, or the base model if you want to call it that, is not going to have that light bar, so they say. We haven't really seen very many photos or video footage of the commercial version of the series of the truck, but one thing we do know is the price. Now that price is absolutely fantastic. Now keep in mind there's a lot of different ways to option these vehicles or whatever, but the base series does start at $39,974. But we're going to come back to that here in just a second. All right, so now let's talk about the LED taillights, since we talked about the headlights. Now the LED taillights are going to be standard across the board as well. All of your Lightnings get LED taillights. Now you'll notice that there is a bar, a light bar that runs across the back of the tailgate. That is going to be a standard feature on the Lariats and Platinums, not available on the commercial version or the base model or the XLT. So it's something that you need to realize. If you like that rear light bar, you need to step up to the Lariat to make sure that you get it. Next up, let's talk towing. Now, every one of these vehicles comes with the Class 4 towing-to-tow hitch, and that is standard equipment. Now, if you option it right, this F-150 Lightning can tow up to 10,000 pounds, but now keep in mind that does require the max trailer towing, and that is available on the XLT and Lariat models, and it's available with the extended range battery and the max trailer tow package. That's how you get that combination of the 10,000 pounds worth of towing. Now, next up, let's talk about the tow technology package. Now that includes a couple of different things: an integrated trailer brake controller. I don't think I need to explain what that is. If you need some explanation on that, just hit up Google, but it's really nice to see that's made it over. Now you also have onboard scales. Now what this basically does is it's got weight sensors in all around the vehicle that makes sure that the vehicle is properly weighted down, meaning that it doesn't have too much weight, and it also makes sure that it's evenly distributed. For instance, one of the scales is going to be in that Mega Power frunk up front. And so you can literally weigh and see how much cargo you've put in that front trunk, the frunk, and make sure that you're not exceeding that 400-pound capacity. It's pretty cool that they give you that ability. Now, another thing that you need to realize is that Pro Trailer Backup Assist is standard as well, inside of that trailer tow package, that is. Now, you also have Smart Hitch, Smart Trailer Tow Connector, Pro Trailer Hitch Assist, Trailer Camera, and Trailer Reverse Guidance. A lot of things going on and a lot of opportunities for technology to be introduced on this particular vehicle. all of it for us truck guys, I don't need all that technology to help me tow, but it does make it a little bit easier for one person to do all of the towing needs that you might need if you're backing up a trailer into the boat ramp or whatever. But it also is really confidence inspiring if you let someone like your wife drive the vehicle, so that way you can be in the boat and she can back the vehicle up. So there's a lot of benefits there. All right, now let's talk about the max payload capacity. 2,000 pounds is going to be your max payload capacity. Once again, it's properly equipped. Now let's talk about battery choices. There's 2 battery packs available. You have a standard range, which is good for 230 miles worth of range. Now that's Ford's estimates, not the EPA. And once again, that's a targeted number. Now you also happen to have the extended range, which is good for 300 miles worth of range. Now Ford is not telling us the exact battery sizes on these particular vehicles, but just know they're going to be massive because this is not going to be a light vehicle and you need that battery capacity to make sure you get you to 300 miles worth of range is plenty enough for most people. One of the biggest things that people are concerned with when it comes to electric is what's the warranty look like? Are the batteries going to be fried after 75,000 miles? Well, Ford has put their money where their mouth is with an 8-year, 100,000 mile warranty on the electrification components of the vehicle, the motors, the batteries, that kind of thing. So it's nice that they are backing up the vehicle with a 100,000 mile warranty at no extra cost to you. One of the coolest party tricks that Ford has given you is something that they call Ford Charge Station Pro. Now this is an 80 amp power delivery fast home charging system, and it can charge from 15% all the way to a full charge in 8 hours if you have the standard battery in your vehicle. Now, if you have the extended range, you can go from 15% to full in 10 hours. Now, keep in mind that's home charging, and it sounds like it's slow, but the idea there is you get home, you plug up the vehicle every night when you get home, and you wake up with a full battery every single day. It's pretty cool about that. Now, the other benefit of that particular setup when it comes to charging is because it integrates into your home, meaning that if the vehicle or if your house has a blackout like there was in Texas a couple months back, the vehicle will automatically notice that the home no longer has power, and instead of sending the power from the house to the truck is now a generator sending power back into the house. And so it seamlessly allows you to maintain electricity inside your house. And yeah, it's really going to be cool to see how Ford actually implements that technology. But I'm really, really excited. That's probably one of my key takeaways on this particular vehicle. So you don't have to buy an extra generator. All you have to do is buy this expensive truck. We say expensive, but really $40,000 for an electric truck is not too shabby. All right, now let's talk about phone as a key. That is a technology that came out of the Mach-E, and the idea works like this. You set it up on Ford Pass on your phone, and once you set it up the first time, you no longer need a key inside the vehicle. Your phone is recognized in the vehicle, and it will automatically start and run and do whatever you need to just simply using your phone. There's not a whole reason I need to explain all of this. Now let's talk about available colors. Now, first up, let's talk about Atlas Blue, Iced Blue Silver, Agate Black, or Agate, depending on what part of Alabama you're from, Antimatter Blue, Carbonized Gray, Iconic Silver, Oxford White, Stone Gray, Star White is available for an extra cost, and so is Rapid Red at an extra cost. And so those are going to be all of the available colors on this new 2022 Ford F-150 Lightning. All right, now let's get back into that base series and what we know, and we can dive into the specifics of what options and what features that we know so far. And once again, a lot of stuff may change by the time the vehicle gets here, but a lot of this will probably be pretty accurate. And so what we're going to do is share with you what we know so far. The base series, the commercial series, if you will, designed for companies or municipalities or people like that, it's going to start at $39,974 before destination and delivery. Now keep in mind it is designed for commercial use, and although there's not a lot of footage of these vehicles out just yet, I'm sure it will be coming. It's just not a sexy looking truck because it's a work truck. I mean, so what else is there to talk about? But 230 miles worth of range, the standard battery pack is going to be the only available option in that commercial series. Now you do have 426 horsepower, and I can't remember the torque, so I'm going to put that right there on the screen. It does come standard with the Mega Power frunk. I was actually pretty shocked when I was doing my research to find out that that was a standard equipment option across the board. I figured they would have picked that up on an XLT or above, but nonetheless, they shocked me. And speaking of shocked, I can't believe this system is going to have the Sync 4 system, and it's going to have a 12-inch touchscreen in it. So not bad as far as a 12-inch touchscreen to operate out of a commercial series truck. So it's just something you need to realize. And lastly, this vehicle is going to be upfitted, because it is a commercial vehicle, with commercial type of materials. They didn't go into very many details, but I'm assuming some type of like a vinyl and rubber floors and things like that. It is going to be designed to be used and abused on a daily basis. And so that is going to be that base model. Now let's talk about the F-150 Lightning XLT. It has a starting point of $52,790, and the nice part is the grille is upgraded to a gray ion satin metallic grille with a signature front lighting. That is that light bar that I mentioned to you across the top of the hood, or really on top of the grille underneath the hood. So you have that. Now the XLT does come with cloth seating, not leather, just like the normal XLT does right now with the gas-powered variant. Now the extended running boards with enhanced zone lighting is a standard feature on the XLT, as well as a 360-degree camera. So it's interesting to see that Ford is now taking a lot of this high-level options and technology and trickling it down into what is the XLT model. Standard equipment. It's pretty cool to see that. Now, because that thing has the 360-degree camera, it's automatically got everything that you need to help you with the trailer reverse guidance and a couple of other features to be able to see that 360, that bird's eye view of what's going on around you. Interior work surface is also going to be standard, or maybe just available in the XLT, where it is not available in the commercial series so far that we know so far. Now you do have the ability to upgrade to the available extended range battery that will get you that 300 miles worth of range that we talked about a little bit earlier. And also 9.6 kilowatts of Pro Power on board is going to be included on that vehicle as well as the Copilot 360 Assist 2.0. It's very important that you hear the word assist, meaning that it's got the adaptive cruise control, it's got the lane centering, and it's got a lot of those technologies there, but it does not have the Blue Cruise or the active version of the Ford Copilot Assist. These names get a little bit confusing, but just know you have the ability to go with the cruise control. It's just not going to be hands-free. Now let's talk about the F-150 Lightning, the Lariat trim level. And I have a feeling this is going to be one of the biggest selling trim levels of the new F-150 Lightning. And here's a couple of reasons. You get the premium geometric gray ion satin grille as standard equipment. You get the upgrade to the 20-inch dark carbonized gray wheels. You have leather trimmed heated and ventilated seats. So now your tushy can be cold as well. So it's nice to see that. Now you also happen to have the power tailgate is going to be standard, meaning that the tailgate will drop down and lift back up, all with the simple press of a button. You don't have to lift it up anymore. I know it's first world problems, but it's nice to realize this vehicle has got that feature as standard equipment. And speaking of standard equipment, you also have the Sync 4A system, which is a 15.5-inch touchscreen that allows you to control just about everything on the vehicle. It's pretty cool that you have that. Now the 9.6 kilowatt Pro Power on board is going to be standard equipment on the Lariat, whereas I might have misspoke a little bit earlier. The XLT, it is an optional feature, not standard. But it's nice to know the XLT's got it optional, Lariat's got it standard. And that comes with 11 power plugs throughout the vehicle. I think you got 4 up in the bed. You've got 240 volt in the bed of the truck. You got a couple in the Mega Power front. You got some on the inside. They're everywhere. So you can power just about anything that you need to power out of this vehicle. Also on the Lariat is going to be an available twin panel moonroof. It's an option, not standard equipment. The extended range battery is also going to be an option on the Lariat, so you can get a Lariat with the smaller battery pack if that's something that you're into, but just make sure you realize you can do it either way there. Also, the available Ford Copilot 360 Active 2.0, I have a sneaky suspicion that is going to be what Ford is calling their Blue Cruise. That is hands and feet free driving on certain sections of divided road. Literally, the truck is looking at your eyeballs in your head, making sure you're paying attention. And if you are, and you're on a dedicated, divided road, the vehicle will drive itself. It's wild to see this technology in action. And lastly, you've got the work surface for your tailgate is going to be standard equipment as well. And that kind of sums up the Lariat. Now, let's talk about the Platinum model. The Platinum, being the highest trim level that there possibly is going to top out over $90,000, $90,474 to be exact. Now, the cool part about this is the vehicle that I physically saw in person when I went to Dearborn for the particularly launch. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, but I'll have that link for that video down below. And it was really a cool moment because we kind of snuck in there and snuck our way all the way into meeting the president and CEO of Ford Motor Company, Jim Farley. So that was pretty wild and bonkers, but check that video out if you haven't had a chance to see that already. So the next thing that I want to talk about is going to be the 22-inch bright machined aluminum wheels, and it's got some black painted pockets in there as well. Now the other thing is you've got heated and ventilated Nirvana leather seating surfaces, and the cool part, my favorite part, is the multi-contour seats with active motion. That's a big fancy word for saying those seats will massage your butt and your back. Now there's a couple of benefits for you. One, it just feels awesome. Two, it actually stimulates and promotes blood flow through your legs and your back if you're going on long drives. It's a pretty cool feature and pretty cool technology to have. I've got a Raptor, and if my Raptor had that feature, I don't think I would ever get rid of it because I love those seats. The extended range battery, from what we're being told, is going to be standard equipment in that Platinum version, so that's nice to see. Bang & Olufsen Unleashed Premium Audio System is going to be standard in that Platinum as well, so literally if you want your sound system to make you go deaf, this is a great option for you. So yeah, just realize that as well. The Ford Copilot 360 Active 2.0 is going to be standard equipment on this Platinum model. So that Blue Cruise and hands-free driving, yeah, that's what you get standard equipment on the Platinum model. Twin panel moonroof, and then also that power tailgate is also going to be standard equipment. So a lot of features for the money. Now I know it's going to be a good bit more money than what you're used to seeing on a gas counterpart when you go into those higher trim levels, but realize those higher trim levels are giving you a lot more technology than they're currently giving you today. So yes, is it more expensive than what we're selling right now? Yes, it is. Are you getting more technology than you get right now? Absolutely. So I'm kind of curious what you guys think as far as the cost proposition or the value proposition, if you will. So leave us some comments down below. I'm really excited to kind of see what you guys think there specifically. Now, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you reserve your F-150 Lightning using the link down below. We greatly appreciate it. Those links will come straight into me, and between me and my sales team, we will make sure that you're taken care of, followed up on properly. We don't want to bother you or anything like that. We want to make sure that we give you the updates that you want. But a lot of people have trusted us on the Bronco side, and I have a feeling that almost every one of them are very, very happy as far as the dealership side is concerned. So if you want that level of expertise, make sure you use that link down below if you have not already reserved your F-150 Lightning. Now, guys, if you have any questions, leave those down in the comments or simply give us a call. The phone number to our dealership is right there on the screen. And yeah, we just appreciate you being here. Smash that thumbs up button because once again, it helps us with the YouTube algorithm to make sure this content is made available to everybody. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the YouTube channel with the bell notification turned on so you don't miss a single video. Peace.